Ladies and gentlemen, hello! Welcome to this little impromptu live stream. How's it going, everybody? Let me just go down this list because I love you guys so much. I'm going to say all your names one by one. Brian, Mr. Mad Mike, the amazingly awesome Cassie, Te, I'm assuming that's like the, Jew22, what's up, bro? Noble Hayes, welcome. I believe you're new. Welcome to the channel. Wild-Eyed Yeti, what is up, dude? Miss U-Taker, another very amazing lady. Judgment, what's up, man? Nightmare, hello. Let's see, who else is here? Judgment again, and Judgment, and Judgment, and a little more Judgment. What's up, Judgment? How you doing, Judgment? Good to see you, Judgment. And Bad Jan, hello, Bad Jan. How's it going? A little extra bit of happiness for you guys. I've got someone with me right here live on this stream. He happens to be one hell of a bodacious Canadian. His name is Pete Wall.
Hey everyone. You know, I had this unbelievable sight of huge salami-sized nipples today, and I had to talk to Mark here and just said, you know what, I got to tell the world about it because it was so fucking amazing. How's it going, Mark, and everyone in the chat?
How's it going? Actually, standing right behind me is the amazing Alexa Weiss.
Hello, this is the voice of Alexa Weiss.
You don't need to keep saying that. They know who you are, doll.
It's hilarious.
No, it's not.
Where's the lighter?
Hello, Alexa.
Hello.
Want to say hi to everybody in chat?
Hey, chat.
You might want to check the desk in the living room or the coffee table.
Is this mine?
Yeah. Have fun. Fuck. Okay. So, if you guys don't know, this game here is a card game called Eternal. It kind of works like Hearthstone and is very similar to Magic the Gathering and how it works. And I fucking love this game to death. And I was, just thinking, I want to start putting some more shit on this stream that's not MPW related, like I did back in the day with the console and streaming games like Friday the 13th and watching John die to the sounds of Born Free. Shit like that, stuff that's not MPW related, just to kind of get together, have fun, and just chill the fuck out, So I appreciate all you guys in here. Edward Hayes, how's it going, man? Let's see. I do want to play some music, so let me open up my iTunes here, because it's very quiet. And I'm sure you guys don't want to keep hearing this voice like all night.
Oh, some of them want to.
All right, there we go. Let me know if the sound comes across okay and you guys can hear me just fine. Still playing around with the sounds on XSplit and making sure it comes across okay. So I've got like my mic volume up to like 150 right now. Let's see, Nipplelicious, I like that. That needs to be a hashtag very, very, very soon. Wild-Eyed Yeti, you need to make that happen, dude. So, this here is the gauntlet, and it basically varies in strength of the opponent's deck. So, it gets harder. Oh, God.
Goes by their character's dick?
It gets harder as you go along.
Yeah, harder.
It gets
My
it's
goodness,
harder
man,
as
what kind of game are you putting on us?
Nevertheless, it's funny, I have never been able to beat the gauntlet, but Rosalind kills this fucking thing every time she plays it. Yeah. Rosalind is my wife's name, by the way. She is an absolute badass. So, let me try to continue this. Yeah, more difficult. Thank you, Cassie. You guys hear me okay? Because I've got the music and then the game volume, and I don't want them all clashing. And then you've got, Pete's beautiful voice that I can't let you guys go without hearing.
No, we don't want them to have pleasant dreams, Mark.
What? Why not?
Well, because you got me on here, obviously.
Let's play this. Drop. this, grab another. There we go.
You know, Judgment's going to be locking it to your voice all night as it is, so I you know, there's got to be some kind of compensation there to kind of wind them down.
Don't I still need to make some sort of audio recording for that guy? You wanted like a voicemail or something?
I have no idea.
Beating it and beating it gets harder. Oh jeez. Oh, beating it and it gets harder. Oh my. And you're like some like. Alright, let's. Yeah, fuck it.
This will
Game
do
one.
the trick.
Alright, thank you guys. How is everybody doing tonight, by the way? We had some cool streams today. I just got back not too long ago. I got back when Pete was, I guess, was that the middle of your stream?
About, yeah.
Yeah, so I was really glad I got to catch that. So, had a really long day at work. And that's about it. You know, it's crazy, man. It's like I wake up, I work all day, I get home, I shoot the shit for a little while, and the next thing you know, I gotta crash. Hate it. Let's see, 3. Yeah, I say we drop this first. Kill this guy. George the K. Oh my. You're not gonna ask what I was just hitting? It was my fist, yeah. My fist. That's what it was. You need a smoke now and you don't smoke? Cassie says, so Pete, from what you say, is my voice like the female equivalent to Mark's? Ah.
I'd have to say so much more better.
Hey!
A what?
Dick.
Oh, don't worry, I'll stroke it later for you.
Find your own tool.
Alright, so 2, that one, kill that. Oh, that wasn't a fucking sentinel. Won't block. Cool. Where can read the vowels and make my knees melt? Holy shit, bro.
Order!
What did he drop? Okay, that's defense. Ah, fuck. Yeah, let's drop him. Bonus, bonus. Look at this guy, fuck yeah. Ah, you motherfucker. Nah, not Hearthstone, bro. You and Blade both got it wrong. Alright. Another relic. Let's see, I've got 6. I can... Oh, no, not even. Probably drop these 2. This 1. Yeah.
What could go wrong?
You'll be good as new.
Let's attack with these 2. Oh, can't. Forgot. So this is second to the last in the gauntlet. And the thing with flying creatures like this fucking asshole right here is that you can only block flying creatures with flying creatures. So I've got no flyers out here, so he's just going to keep pecking me for 1 till I do something about it.
Gotta hate it when they start pecking.
Yeah, right. It gets annoying, dude. Play this and immediately use it. Gain 1. This. Yeah, nothing really. Well, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry, Kip. We'll go PG.
An unexpected fire.
Well, does Kip need to suck it up a little bit or what?
Maybe. Okay, so that guy's gonna die. Yep. Fuck, I need to do something about those guys.
I bear a message. Would you look at that?
3, let's regain 1. And attack with everything. He gains, what, 2? 2 for the lifesteal. And we're back at it. Regain 1. Can't really play this. Attack with everything again. I dated a guy one time named Suck It Up. Had to dump him after a few weeks, not because he could not suck it up anymore, but his suction wasn't as tighter as it used to be when we first met.
Just keep on sucking away until they improve.
So was the guy really your vacuum cleaner? Was that like the Suck It Up Black & Decker model, like 5000 or something?
Are you talking about the Kirby vacuum cleaner or what?
At a time.
Well, he says he dated a guy one time named Suck It Up, and I'm like, was that
I
code?
didn't read that. Okay.
Was that code? Was that code for your vacuum cleaner?
Oh, that's one of Judgment's very, very many bad dates, and it was probably a Kirby vacuum cleaner he was letting suck his dick. Oh, his name was Hoover.
Nice. Alright, last one. Let's see if I can actually beat this fucking thing. I've never made it this far. Fuck, that's a horrible draw. Oh god, that's even worse. Oh shit.
You aren't welcome here.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
Well, you know, me, I don't know who to cheer for. Should I cheer for Mark or should I cheer for the CPU? You know, I always thought that Mark needed to take that long walk down the dirt road to glory.
I'm tired of giving people Dirty Sanchez's, man.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Let's go right. Oh fuck. These two will kill each other. No, I can't. Fuck. Nope. Dumbtuber for a dirt devil.
You're the good one, but that's just because she was good at never getting caught. What, hoovering? Are we still on that discussion, Cassie?
Are we comparing vacuum cleaners here?
I don't know if she was talking about her vacuum cleaner or them lips of hers. Who knows?
Holy fuck, I'm already at 14. I'm not gonna live. Fucking hell, man.
You getting slaughtered, boy.
Fuck. damn it. Block it, block it. You fucking asshole. Wait, you would you would hear the end of wait, probably not actually, never mind. I'm sorry, Edward. Never mind. Fuck, man. No fucking mana! Or wait, what is it called? I think it's called influence, yeah. No more influence! Fuck, I can't bring shit out. I'm fucking done. Oh my fucking god. You know what sucks? These guys are only 1-1, so they only have 1 defense and 1 damage, but...
What's the question about the pay-per-view from last night?
Oh my fucking god. Well, this came too fucking late. Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm dead.
Did Finn come out? What do you mean, like out of the closet, or did he win? Like, what's your question? Because it sounds like you're interested if he came out of the closet. That's what you're asking. Guess what? He came out of the closet or won? Oh, out of the closet. Who knows?
Probably.
I don't know why you're asking. You were holding hands with Yeti the last time I seen you.
Yes, it is true. Bobby Lashley did come back. Came out in, if you guys don't mind spoilers, came out and shat all over Elias and, yeah, fucked him up. Some of the people that came up tonight were Authors of Pain. They made their Raw debut. Ember Moon made her Raw debut. One that I don't think anybody would really give a shit about was No Way Jose. He made his Raw debut. This fucking match was like a minute long. Yeah, and that's really fucked up, Adam, because Elias is such a fucking talent, dude. He is so fucking good.
They are wasting so many good talent out there right now.
It's what they do, man.
You know, back in the day, they had this whole system where usually during the week they had jobbers filling in and they were taking on the big names, making the big names look good. Now they're taking superstars that could be elevated to beyond what a lot of these guys are being pushed, being utilized as jobbers, and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I do hate using that word jobber, but it was basically that way back in the day. And it made the superstars look like superstars. And then when the big pay-per-views came and it was the superstars versus superstars, it actually seemed to mean something. Now you got superstars being jobbers throughout the fucking year. And then it comes to a pay-per-view and it's like, well, we've seen this 100 times already.
Yeah. Yeah. I was telling Pete earlier that for me, over the whole weekend, looking back on everything and how it was presented, NXT TakeOver for me was my WrestleMania for the weekend. Like, it was just so much better than WrestleMania.
I caught the last half of the Almas and Black match for the title, the NXT title, and then I caught the Gargano versus Ciampa match in full. and I had a better time, and I was more on the edge of my seat in that match and a half than I was the entire WrestleMania card.
Yeah. Why is this guy taking his sweet fucking time? Oh.
Oh, are you actually fighting another player?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see he skipped his turn, but okay, bro. Yeah, NXT was worlds better, man. There was a little part of me that was a little excited to think that maybe I could get Cien Almas on Raw, but then again, I always get scared and nervous because anytime someone comes up from NXT, it almost spells doom for them because they go nowhere.
I'm not going to say that, the entire WrestleMania card wasn't worth watching or that it wasn't somewhat good, but NXT is right where it needs to be right now, and that's where the main card needs to be as well, especially WrestleMania moments. There is no such thing as a WrestleMania moment anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Judgment, you don't know how bad I'd want to do it, but it wouldn't be a pay-per-view that was done right in a month, man. They would have to build that storyline up for at least 3 fucking months before it was worthy of being a pay-per-view. I'd want a storyline to mean something, not like, oh, months passed, let's end it right now. And what happened to WrestleMania being the beginning of storylines and the conclusion of storylines? What happened to that? There was no real conclusions or beginnings or anything really worthy of anyone's attention.
Little brothers, let us feast. Bow to your new queen.
Well, on top of that, Adam Garrett, there is absolutely no competition for WWE in the United States, so they don't need to worry.
And that's such a fucking... That's such a ridiculous truth. That's fucking terrible, man. I agree with what Adam said, but it's just such a ridiculous reason for being that way. I think it's fucking pathetic, man. There's so much potential with so many of the fucking guys on the roster, and like...
I really hope that New Japan really does more than just put their foot in the door into the U.S. They need to come in hard, and Vince is going to realize real quick, if he don't start stepping up the fucking game of WWE, he's going out of business. Because right now, Ring of Honor, New Japan, that's where it's at. That's where all the action, the good action's happening. And NXT.
This guy kept stunning the shit out of me. It's like fucking Cowboy John.
Like, I would love to see what a company like Ring of Honor could do if they had the backing behind it.
This whole thing with Roman, by the way, fucking ridiculous, man. I just don't get why they can't get over the fact that the fans are like refusing to back this guy. It's been evident for the past 4 fucking years that they've been shoving this guy down our throats. And today too, he comes out and he gets fucking shit on by everyone. And then he gets fucking he gets punked out by Samoa Joe to the fans' fucking cheers. The guy fucking says that during Roman's promo before Samoa Joe came out, he was talking about how he like fought and all this, and then he mentioned, I got my ass kicked last night, and immediately the crowd starts cheering.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a fucking coincidence, man.
Very cool, Brian. I hope you're still enjoying the read. I really do. Yeah, that just, you know, even the Undertaker spot, you know, it was like, yeah, it's good to see him, but it isn't the Undertaker no more. You know?
Yeah.
And I really wish he would have stayed true to what he stated when he told everyone he didn't want to be that wrestler when he came out to the ringside and a father looked at his son and said, that's the Undertaker. He used to be the man. You know? And that match with John Cena, so one-sided. Oh my goodness! In the condition Undertaker's in these days,
But dude,
would
to
have been a cakewalk.
to have done that, like, to have rocked that much effort behind the story and then get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You got a 3-minute squash.
Yep. There was no back and forth. There was nothing. There was no substance. You know, and I'm a diehard Undertaker fan. You know, I've loved the guy since he broke into the business. You know, and fuck, I've watched even all of his old matches and before he was the Undertaker, and I liked the guy's presence in the ring. The Undertaker character just put him over the top, and the last, I'd say the last 10 years, he's been burying his career, his legacy.
Right. So, is he back now? Because that's what Cole said.
Yeah, I know. I heard that too.
He's like, he's back and he's better than ever.
Yeah, and it's like, no, he's not. And you could tell some of those moves were taking its toll on his body.
Yeah. Did you guys see that kick where he completely missed Cena? It was like,
yeah,
he did
it was
the
like a foot away from Cena's face.
Dude, Undertaker was like 5 feet away from him when it happened.
It's like,
it looked
oh
so
my
bad.
lord.
It looked horrible, man.
Like, well, you say that because you like The Miz so much, Judgment. Frankly, I wouldn't want to see him as a Universal Champion. I have never seen him as a guy that could hold a main event spot for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say Miz kind of fits that character that would be a guy that would be put into that main event spot if there was a lot of the top guys down and out.
Miz has been acting a little weird lately.
You'll be good as new.
This'll do the trick.
The Miz is a true heel. A true heel wouldn't have asked his guys to stay in the locker room. He would have brought them out to ringside and had them help him win the match. That's a true heel.
That's true.
I know everyone's got their opinions on their favorites and wrestling as a whole, and I don't want to shit on anyone's opinion, but The Miz, I'll shit all over him.
Did Yeti just say Judgment wants The Miz jizz?
Yes, he did.
Oh, man.
There you go, Adam Garrett, the Tinseltown champion. That would better suit him. Thank you, Griff. Fuck The Miz.
Here we go, baby. Say goodnight, sir. What's his username? Malik. Say goodnight, Malik. Oh, yeah.
Bobby Roode would make a bigger presence as, say, Universal Champion or whatever the hell they're calling the other one. Because when... Did you notice that too? When AJ Styles came out on his nameplate that they plaster on the screen, it had Universal Champion above his name?
Yes, when AJ came out, yeah, that shit was hilarious.
That.
I couldn't stop laughing, dude. I was like, "Oh, so he's Universal Champion now." Okay. I don't know, Griff, but apparently there are quite a few games like this. I don't see how this is exactly like Hearthstone, though. There are a few things that are different. There are a lot of elements to Magic the Gathering too. So I mean, a lot of card games borrow from other card games, right? And this to me has a much more. There's a better community behind it than Hearthstone, in my opinion. It's very toxic. I am not a power gamer whatsoever.
One thing I did miss last night, I don't know why, I just didn't notice it. My brother Dave said they changed the Intercontinental title to look like the Universal and Women's title and the SmackDown title.
Please no.
Except where it's a white strap.
Please no.
I didn't see that. I didn't catch that, so I'm not sure.
No, it looks like the same old Intercontinental title.
Okay, good. Because when he told me that, it was like, what? It's like, no, please don't make all the titles look the same. It looks like crap as it is.
Yeah, so true.
Oh, I guess we should stop the spoilers then, because Griff hasn't watched the pay-per-view yet.
Oh.
We can still have our opinions on the wrestlers, though, you know?
So you can't tell him about Zack Ryder coming out and beating the rest of the guys for the Intercontinental title and winning the Intercontinental title again. Sorry, Griff. Zack Ryder's your new Intercontinental champ.
Oh, no. We were giving our opinions about certain wrestlers, though. We were already done talking about the Mania bit.
My opponent's name is Chow Mein.
Is that chicken or beef?
I don't know.
Oh, there is no actual tag team out there anymore, you know? You got the Bludgeon Brothers, you got the Usos. Who else is out there? Oh, New Day. But really, is there any other tag teams out there, really? They throw two guys together and say, oh, you're a tag team now. You know?
Oh, I hope you don't mind this spoiler, but this happened tonight. There was someone demanding work. See, now I have to be careful how I say it. There was someone demanding work, and Kurt quickly made a little jab, and he was like, well, I hear TNA's looking for talent.
Oh!
I was like, what the fuck? He said that shit on air, man.
Holy shit.
The fucking crowd went crazy. That shit was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I agree with that, Adam. I loved them as heels, and then when they became faces, and like the whole gimmick just became such overly saturated shit. I was like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, it's... have a good night, Mrs. U-Taker. Thanks for joining us here on Bombpop Overdrive.
Thank you, Miss U-Taker. It's always good having you here. Why did I sound like that?
I have no idea.
Like a fucking child. Thank you.
Would you look at that?
Just keep digging.
Well, you know, and you have a tag team like the Revival that, in a lot of ways, is a throwback team, very reminiscent of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. And then you destroy them by allowing them to wrestle on the main card.
Alrighty, Cassie. No worries. I didn't even like any of the face stuff, dude. Like, I didn't like them as a face, period.
No, neither have I. Like yeah, well, like you said, when they were heels and they were, it was funny for a little bit, and then it was like too much. But yes, I agree with you very clearly there, Griffith Davian. You can really see Arn Anderson was had a big inspiration on that team.
I love how Cornette has such a big heart-on for the Revival.
Even a team like Ascension could be so much better if they were utilized the right way. A manager speaking for them.
Oh my God, that's right. They're still there, huh?
Yeah, and they're not even being utilized. And hopefully they don't ruin the Authors of Pain on the main card.
They will.
Oh, Raging Chaos, you and your heart on for me, no bounds. Go fuck yourself. Oh yeah, I know.
Oh yo, what's up, Rage?
I don't know. I'll always be a big fan of the Golden Age of Wrestling when the tag team division was actually meant more than watching singles competition.
Griff, I'd like to know why. Let's see. One of the top writers was offended.
Like you said, one of the writers was offended that they stole LOD's gimmick.
Fucking wow.
Yeah, and it's true. The gimmick wasn't even their idea. Far from it. And then they had them call out the fucking legend tag teams and get it decimated by them.
Would you look at that?
I definitely want to check that out. Brian Hillibert, definitely Andre the Giant documentary, of course.
Oh yeah, that's dropping tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to be heading over to Dave's place just to watch it.
Yeah. I might get HBO Now's trial, just so I can watch it. Just cancel right after.
See, a lot of the diehard fans of WWE fail to realize, though, that it's the writers and Vince McMahon that gives these guys the gimmicks. Yeah, it might be a watered-down version of the Road Warriors, but it's not like these guys actually had the choice in the gimmick they were given.
Ooh, this guy's about to get destroyed right now.
Yeah, he's going down hard.
Boom, bye-bye. Goodbye, Chow Mein. You were enjoyed.
I don't know, I think Christopher Daniels would kind of pair up nicely with the Undisputed era, They brought him in for that. Maybe down the road, then team him up with AJ as that classic reunion between them. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I was about to agree with that too.
But I don't know if they threw them together like real quick. I don't think it'd go over as well. It's everyone's like, "Oh, we seen this years ago at TNA." Have a nice build up for it, and then them get together. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, Kip Hayes. That sounds like really bad rumors you're getting into.
Would you look at that?
No, 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 no. Please, Kip. Please be lying. Please be lying, bro.
There's a lot of sites out there, guys, that'll feed you a lot of horse shit for rumors. Don't believe everything you read. Oh, go a little bit further than that, Edward Hayes. Not just the 90s. Oh, you gotta look at the Golden Age, brother.
Damn straight. Oh, that'd be cool, dude.
What could go wrong?
Exactly, Judgment. That too, TJ, that was a good era as well. Oh, you also had the Blackjacks, you know, the Vachon brothers. You know, so many good tag teams back in the day. You know, the British Bulldogs. Steiner brothers before they got all weird. Not a problem, kid. I love the New Age Outlaws as well. I did.
Hey, thank you so much, Adam. I'm sure Blaze would appreciate that too, man. Yeah, a lot goes into that stuff.
No. It was stupid, you know. Cowboy had his shot coming to NXT right before Bobby Roode, and he returned to TNA. So I don't know if he'll get another shot that easily to come into NXT like he did before. I don't know the reason before him just walking out on NXT, but he was set to debut and everything. He made his appearances already in NXT, and he just fucking walked the hell out.
And I'm chopping Yuki down to bits, man.
Yeah. 25 points remaining, and he's at 12. Fuck, you're just taking his legs out from under him.
Well, he was nice. That's it.
No, I'm not talking about Wildcat. I'm talking about Cowboy James Storm. they had him in 2 weeks, front row at NXT, and then they had him come right into the ring and do his big announcement and whatever he said, and then that was the last time he was gone. He went right back over to TNA. Well, he does have an open invite to come back. I don't know if I would have been him. I would have stuck it out in TNA for the little bit less money, with the advantage of being able to be brought up and get more money.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, Judge. I can't remember. Baron Von Raschke's tag partner when they won the NWA Mid-Atlantic World Tag Team titles. I can't remember, man.
Alright guys, I'm nearing my end here.
It was great hanging out with you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Always a pleasure.
I should be doing an MPW stream. Yes, you can, Griff. Any day, bro. I should be doing an MPW stream at some point during this week. As far as I know, Pete said yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know I'm always there.
All right. So, we should have something for you guys at some point. I'm going to get some matches lined up and see what I can come up with and bring you guys some MPW at some point during this week. I want to do some more creation streams again. I miss kind of chilling out and doing that stuff. So I think I might rock creation stream with Pete, working on the character he wanted to submit for MPW, and then moving into a MPW show, like a little the little pilot shows that we do, and then work on moving forward. Yeah, Griff, I could probably get together with you on the following stream. I'm gonna try. You know, it's always such a bitch with work, man, because it's like in one instance I'm like, okay, look, it looks like things are kind of slowing down. I'm gonna have more time to myself and be able to do shit. At the same time, I end up getting fucking swallowed with work, and I get training session after training session, and I get clients thrown my way, and I'm like, I can't turn it down because I need the money, you know? So there's that, and then on top of that, I also have, you know, Crush Pop Productions, I have The Monolith, I have Nightvine Temple Society, I have Solitarius, all brands that I currently run, and am working feverishly on all these different games and shit. Yeah, and there's one game, there's a card game that's coming out. I just finalized the templates for that game, so I should have that game go live soon. That game's called Battle Age Royal Duels. It's kind of like, if you guys remember Gundam, and I forgot what series it was because I'm not a huge anime guy. It dealt with kind of like Robot Jocks 2, the movie, where nations settle disputes by having like two mechs fight against each other. This one is basically a duelist, which is a human paired up with a monster, like a summoned creature in an arena, and this is how nations settle their disputes. Hey there, Cassie, welcome back. All right, Noble, dude, thank you so much for popping on, dude. I think you're new, and I want to welcome you to the channel wholeheartedly, so thank you so much for stopping by, and I really look forward to seeing you in the chat again.
Don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up on the way out. Appreciate you guys stopping in, supporting our bro here, Mark.
Why, thank you very much, Pete.
And in my words, like I always like to say, have a good night. Always have a better tomorrow.
I wasn't done yet.
Oh, no, I'm just letting them know I'm done. You can continue, bro.
I was gonna share I was going to share the... Geez, where are you? Let's see if I can get this over here. Let's move this way and... Oh, fuck, where are you? There we are. Wait. Are you kidding? Why the fuck can't I get my desktop? Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, never mind then. Just gonna try to get you guys some images of the final cards. I think one thing I can do is pull up the images for you instead, so I could just drop them in the stream. Oh fuck. Okay. All right. So let me show you guys what the final designs look like for the cards. So this is what a duelist looks like.
We have a black screen.
Oh, it's gonna come up right now.
Okay.
So this is what a duelist looks like. You've got the jewels on both sides. You've got the cost of exhausting the card on the left side, and on the right side you've got the damage the card deals. And then in the text box you have the faction symbol. So this is one of the duelists, and then these are what the summons look like, which are the monsters that kind of tag along with the duelist. Let me show you one more because this was one of my favorite pieces. This bad boy right here. So I could show both of those. So those are summons. But yeah, so the game is kind of anime-ish. I'm not a big anime fan myself, but you know, marketing says otherwise. And card games are kind of, I mean, everyone fucking rocks card games. And I released a card game not too long ago called Power Thrashing Death, which was a post-apocalyptic game of like thrashers getting together and like fighting in like a skirmish battle. That game went over really well, so a lot of the mechanics carried over to this game. And I got together with an art studio in Shinjuku, Japan. This is where the art's coming from, and we are kind of releasing the game in conjunction. So like I acquired the licenses and the rights to all the artwork. However, the card design as well as the rules design was all up to me. Like I had to develop all of that on my own. And this card game went through, I mean, like, there's only so much artwork that I can show until the game goes live because of a agreement that we came upon. But yeah. So I'm not a huge anime guy, but, you know. And what's crazy is that, like, we had a game called Grom Fantasy Skirmish, which was, like, the world was called Grom, and it was, like, a very dark fantasy universe. That game, like, essentially, as far as lore goes, got destroyed and got sucked through, like, a wormhole or something like that and got spat out into this alternate universe, and new life kind of sprouted, and this is why they look this way. So it's a very anime-ish type of world now. But so far, you know, the playtesting went over really well. The artwork is really well liked. Yeah, so hopefully it goes over really well.
As I am hoping for you too as well, bro.
Thank you, man. So yeah, aside from that, I also got this really cool message today. I shared it with Pete. I hope you don't mind if I share it again.
I don't mind, man. It's all you, man. And those were great words from a good fan.
Yeah, I created a game that got released. This game was originally created in 2014. It's a solitaire dungeon crawl board game. It's print and play, so you print out all the components on your own, and then you play the game. And It's basically, it takes place in the Gormageddon universe, which is a tabletop miniatures game that I created. So it's in the same universe, only in this game it's like a dungeon crawler, and you play on your own. And one of the things that really went over with the game was that the replay value was huge. So you could essentially play the game, finish it, keep all your stats, keep all the items that you scavenged for, and then in between games visit Bartertown. And in Bartertown you get to buy equipment and stuff with experience points, which you can use before your next raid. And like, you're raiding abandoned outposts, and from game to game, as long as your character doesn't die, you have like an ongoing career. So the game never really ends unless you die. And that was one thing that really sold the game and made it very popular. But I'm going to share with you guys what that game looks like first and foremost. I'll show you guys some stuff for Gormageddon 2, I guess, because we got a lot of teasers and posters coming up. Like this one just got dropped not too long ago. This was an advertisement for Gormageddon, which comes out very soon. It should be sometime before summer this year. But let's see, where are you? Well, damn, I can't find the picture of the advert. Oh. A lot of it gets sold on C-Pop Direct, which is like my physical thing. And then we do have a couple of distributors lined up. The card game actually has been pitched to a lot of distributors, and that's getting picked up on, so that should be fairly soon. Here's the cover for Gormageddon, which actually is the Cult Edition, which is like a special edition. And as you can tell, I'm a very big nerd for like 80s retro shit, so that's why the cover looks the way it does. This is our artist, by the way, March of Venus. This is the same artist who is currently working on all the characters for MPW. So he's going to be creating a trading card set, as well as a couple of other things for MPW. He already finished Joe Williams. He's working on Alexa Weiss right now. And then from there, he'll start working on Mandy Harris. But yeah, I went with like a very retro Sega Genesis style cover here.
Yeah, for all of us old school gamers, that kind of fucking fits our bill right there, you know?
Yeah. Everything I do is very like old school looking, dude. Oh, can I tell them about Corrigatio, Pete?
Yeah.
Alright, so every year we release my indie brand, Crush Pop, through my publishing brand, The Monolith, which is basically like the publishing group that like produces fiction for all of our created games. We release like a free book every year. It's called Corrigatio, and it's this past year, it's every Halloween that it gets released, and it's a collection of short stories from a bunch of different writers from like all over the world. And this year's release was really fucking spectacular. We got together with quite a few big names. Darren DeToni, who's a big author in England. Chris Reynolds is another big sci-fi writer. In the past, we've worked with guys like Tom Haswell, who's written for Aliens vs. Predator, as well as a couple of other games like Warzone Resurrection and stuff. And he wrote a series for us called Absolute Valentine, which is released in conjunction with the Synthwave musician of the same name. So that was really cool. But this book was really cool. Now, what's cool about this year's Corrigatio is that our very own Pete Wall has agreed to submit a short story for this year's Corrigatio, which would be the 4th volume. I am fucking excited.
I'm excited to do it as well, you know?
Yeah.
It's when you ask me, it's like fucking hands down, no fucking problem.
Yeah. I've always looked at Corrigatio because I've always looked at it as a platform for people who want to, you know, work off of something and like showcase their talent. So there have been a lot of really interesting people who've come across us and Corrigatio. So it's been really cool. So Pete being in addition to that whole line of authors is going to be fucking outstanding. Yeah, I don't know why oh, you know what? I know where it is. I'm going to show you guys what I was talking about. So this is the cover for Mutant Outpost Massacre. I did two covers. I did a front cover and a back cover, and as you can tell, it's very VHS looking. I even did the rear cover to kind of look as such. So there's the front and the back cover for Mutant Outpost Massacre, which is a solitaire style role-playing game dungeon crawler in the post-apocalypse. Hey, what's up, Fact? Welcome, dude. But yeah, so as you can see, very retro looking, very old school, very 80s. I mean, shit, man.
but it pops too, you know.
Yeah. So the game, you know, it's presented with tiles. They're 2x2 tiles that you get a total of 60 in the game, and to start a game, you shuffle all 60, and then you draw 20. You keep those 20, and turn by turn, you're unveiling the tile and connecting it to kind of design the outpost for that game. And there are, I believe, 8 different types of rooms that you could go in. And then with the use of like trap cards and event cards, 2 separate decks that kind of determine what things you're going to be encountering in the abandoned outpost. And then aside from that, you can like scavenge for items. You know, you can fight a shit ton of different mutants and stuff. So it's very cool. And that game I originally designed in 2014. It got play tested, everything was fine, and then next thing you know, it just kind of died out, and other things came up, and I started paying attention to all that. So the game died. But last year I had enough time to put everything together, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this released, and it fucking sold like crazy. But today, I shared it with Pete earlier. Someone contacted me today and sent me this picture of himself playing Mutant Outpost Massacre, and you can see he built the outpost with 20 tiles, and he's at the last tile there with the boss, who at the very last tile, you don't roll to see what happens as normal. You draw from a deck of boss cards to determine which boss you encounter. And his message, it's incredible, because I always get humbled every time I see messages like this. He told me, his name was Eric. He told me on Facebook, I had a first go at Mutant Outpost Massacre today, and I loved it. Played a few things incorrectly, but I'm planning on doing a few more playthroughs this week and eventually posting a review. I was going to post an after-action photo of the game to your Facebook page, but I didn't see the option, so I figured that I could just send it to you so that you know that your game was enjoyed. And I'm just like, fuck, man. You know, be it with Crush Pop and like the games I produce, as well as like MPW. Like, I look at all that the same, and it's always so like humbling to get messages like that, to know that like the tons of hard work that you put into something gets appreciated. So it was just really it was really cool. I don't get messages like that often, but when I do, like, they mean so much.
Now, Griff is asking, this is the one you print out yourself?
Yes,
or
it
is there a box with pre-made tiles?
As of right now, Mutant Outpost Massacre is a print-to-play board game. So you print all the components yourself. So as you can see here, these are the trap cards, and then on the, I'm sorry, I'm wondering if you guys can see my cursor, but on the left side of the screen are the trap cards, and on the right side of the screen are the event cards, and then in the center are the boss cards, and then the board gets laid out. So the board, as you play the game, you're drawing tile by tile per turn. So it's like once you're done in one room, you draw another tile and match up the ends so that there's an entrance, and this is how you're kind of building the outpost as you're going along turn by turn. If you can, I don't know if you can tell or not, but like there are like some folds here, so in the tiles, so it looks like he printed them on paper and, you know, either glue stick or whatever on cardstock and cut them out. But I am going to, let me see if I can even do this, because I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys something before I crash. Let's see. Is this, there we go. Alright, yay, my desktop showing. So, I am going to show you guys currently what the Gormageddon book looks like. So this right now is the rules package that was released for a lot of the people who are playing the game early. Not so much playtesting, but kind of like for review purposes. Actually, you know what? This is not the right one. Let me pull this up. Fucking hell. I'm probably gonna have to open this up in Word. Yeah, I'll just do that. Hey, thank you so much, Kip. I really appreciate that, dude. Dude, I definitely intend on like playing this on stream at some point, like with the use of like webcam or whatever. But so this is the opening. This is the fluff section, so to speak. Any of you guys who know games will know fluff is short for like backstory, background, world setting type stuff. And the artwork in this book is incredible, man. I have invested so much into this game. So basically, whoops, you saw booby, but okay, whatever. You saw booby in the. It's artwork. It's okay. There is nudity in this book, by the way. And there's a lot of gore. So basically, Gormageddon is a tabletop miniatures game, which means you get little figures and you paint them up, and you play them on a table with like terrain and stuff. So it looks like a 3D battle. It's kind of like chess on steroids. You use dice to determine the outcome of battle, and then you use tape measure to measure distances of like movement and weapon ranges and stuff. But this game is essentially set in a post-apocalyptic alternate reality or alternate universe where Grom, the fantasy game I brought up earlier, was kind of like, it went through like the stages that our Earth went through, like from an ancient past all the way to where we are today. And so think of our planet here mixed with that fantasy world of Grom, but in an alternate reality. So we have everything we have today. We have countries like North Korea and Japan and stuff like that. Yet we have all the technological advances that we do. We have iPads and cell phones and stuff. But at the same time, we're sharing the universe with fantasy races. So you have like elves and orcs and shit living on this planet. We get to a point where we hit a global nuclear conflict, and it's the post-apocalypse. The game is inspired heavily by like cyberpunk, synthwave music, thrash metal, really shitty 80s Italian gore, exploitation, horror films. And it's kind of evident throughout the game. So this is all background. This is a really cool character named Baxter, who basically created this fucking monster and kind of had it planned out so that when his compound was raided and destroyed, that his little nanobots would harvest his brain and implant it into the robot. So he's like reborn, but like as this big giant fucking mech. This is the ether, which is kind of like a black hole that exists in kind of like on our plane, and it sucks it sucks in things from other universes and spits them out into this post-apocalypse. So, you know, I did a partnership not too long ago. This is the 3rd edition of the game, and I did a partnership a long time ago for the 2nd edition where the ether sucked in a sci-fi race known as the Wolven, which were like a sci-fi werewolf type of race. And that was done in conjunction with another company, so that was kind of cool. Rad artwork. And then you have a character here, Ling Ling, who's like the game's most popular character. And she's actually based on Rosalind, my wife. And she's also very popular to the point where she's had fiction written about her, and she's been illustrated by so many different artists, which you'll see here in a bit. This piece here is fucking incredible. Can you see any of this, Pete?
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm watching it all.
Ah, sweet. Let's see. You also have... This is a piece... my artist, Venus, created his own character. This dude here. And we're working on a comic book at some point for this character. This is Absolute Valentine, which is the character I just referenced that was based on a Synthwave musician. This is actually, these are the rules for the game here. So at the beginning of the game, you have like a power load phase where the guys in your gang, like kind of like gain resource tokens, I guess, and you use those resource tokens in a turn to do things. And you can actually save those resource tokens so that during your opponent's turn you can do reactive actions like counterattack or countercharge or try to dodge and do stuff like that. And what's cool about this game, the big thing with this game was every unit in your gang is 100% unique in that they are created completely from scratch. So you take the time to buy you pick the unit's faction, you pick the unit's stats, you alter those stats, you buy abilities, you buy mutations, you can buy like regular mutations or mental mutations, you can buy their weapons and stuff. So it's basically you're building your outfit all the way from the very bottom. And that was, again, one thing that made this game really popular. Because most games, it's just, we have these armies that you can pick from, and you put them in your army, and that's it. This one is, everything is completely created customly by you. Sure, man. Are you on Skype, Kip? So here you have mental mutations. Spellcasting, yes, you can cast spells. Spells in a fucking post-apocalypse. Fucking awesome. Here's a really cool piece. So in the fluff, a zombie outbreak occurred in New Los Angeles, which is Los Angeles, and they've all been walled in. So they're all like in this big wall, or in this big area that's like walled off. So like a bunch of people got together and walled in all these zombies. Zombies in this game are very different. They talk, they run, they act normal. They can talk to you, like they comprehend thought. The only thing is that they have an appetite for flesh. And they were actually created by another faction in the game called the Prophets of Mars, which are aliens who in the game's history go on to reveal that they created humanity through genetic manipulation, and they see that the world is disgusting and what it's become, and they're going to come back to the planet, which is called Grax, to kind of like erase the mistake. Here you have the different scenarios for the game that you can play. Here's another really cool piece of artwork.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I gotta head out. I've got a dog upstairs whining. She needs to go for a walk, so...
It's all good, man. I'm about to head off myself, too, in a bit. I really appreciate you hanging out, man. Thank you so much.
Not a problem, bro. I will talk to you very soon. Everyone in the chat, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna let you finish up what you're doing, but I gotta take her for a walk before she messes the house.
All right, bro. Thank you so much, man. Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, bro.
Later, bud. Okay, so let me finish this up real quick. So this is the part of the rules where you can like pick the different mutations and stuff for your character, or the units in your gang. Another cool piece of artwork. This right here is a really cool piece. This is the Ling Ling character with both of her sisters, which are also based on real life sisters. And again, this is done by Marcher Venus, who's like our main artist. But yeah, so you have different factions like the Wasteland Warriors, which are your humans, and then you have like the Unholy Crux, which are dominating in Asia. So you have Japan, but it's actually called Pajan in this game, and they're all fucking vampires. Then you have the Thermonuclear Warriors, and then the Thrashville Vikings, which are all like all of Scandinavia are basically these big hulking, cybernetically enhanced humans, and so they're all like fucking thrash metal Vikings and shit. You have the Scravers, which are like these big humanoid rats. Just lots of really cool shit. All right, let me read the chat. Yeah, sure, Kip. Like I said, if you have Skype, dude, you just add me up on Skype. Or if you've got me on Facebook, I mean, you could hit me up on Facebook too. Now, I don't know if you guys got to see the pieces that were done for, here, I'm going to open this up so you guys can see this. Before I leave, just want you guys to see what's coming up for MPW as far as the artwork goes. I got an update for Alexa Weiss today from Venus, and it looks fucking amazing. So at some point, he'll be done with it, and I'll be able to show you guys. But I am about to show you guys two pieces of artwork. Oh geez, where did they go? Where are you? Oh, here you go. Oh my god, my cat's being a dick. Alright, so there you go. Check that bad boy out. So proud of that piece. It was not cheap. Oh, and very quickly, the first expansion to Mutant Outpost Massacre is this bad boy right here. Spellcasting Werewolf. You're not giving... Were you giving me shit? You weren't giving me shit, Griff. What are you talking about? Dude, you mentioned Warhammer. I'm a fucking huge 40k player, dude. However, I play casually. I don't play competitively. Tabletop gamers can be such jerks, dude. I'm trying to figure out where I put... I can't even remember where I fucking put it. Oh, I need to show you guys this. Okay, I'll be knocking him up as not. That's not. Oh, stop it, man. He does, doesn't he? Doesn't he, Jew? But he fucking looks rad, right? So I did. A long time ago, Pete did this stream where like his face was like, because he was using a green screen, I think, and like his face was like half morphed into like the background or whatever, or the game rather. And I screenshotted that image and I showed it to. Well, I made a fucking prayer card out of it. Check this shit out. O Pete, ruler of Canada, saint of wrestling, have mercy upon me, a jobber. Amen. So this here is the final piece of Mandy Harris that Venus did for me. It came out really fucking good. So one thing I'm thinking about doing is using a lot of the illustrations for custom versus screens. So, you know, for me, with my MPW production, I don't like putting anything WWE game related. I don't like the menu screen. I don't like any of that stuff on the stream itself. So, this... Oh, thank you, Cassie. So I want to use these for like custom versus screens. And then aside from that, you'll get them in trading card format. However, right now I'm toying with the idea of creating a card game. And it would be both players sharing a single deck, and each player picking a character, and that character card would have a list of certain bonuses and abilities that they have, as well as like health points and stuff like that before they kind of get winded or knocked out. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea I'm going with that. So the card game idea is kind of up in the air right now, but it would be really cool to kind of do something like that so that you have more use out of it. So you have a character card, and you can collect all the character cards and then have like a deck that you can play a game with, you know, using those character cards. So it would be really cool to do something like that. And the idea that I'm thinking right now is having some sort of like a flow mechanic where you're dropping move after move, and as long as it stays positive and it isn't countered, or you play a card that doesn't end with a positive, you know, the move set ends, or the set of moves that you perform end, and then it goes to the opponent, or the opponent can play like a counter and reverse whatever you're doing. So that would just go back and forth, and you're dealing damage, performing moves on each other until, you know, there's a winner. Something like that. Thinking about like that's, I'm a game designer by trade, so like that's basically what's running through my mind right now, really. But yeah, all right, Kip. Anytime you want to add me up on Skype, my username is New Icon. But yeah, that's it, guys. I am done for tonight. I really appreciate you guys learning more about me, or sticking around to learn more about me. I really appreciate that. You guys are all fucking incredibly awesome. And just know that, like with MPW, I stress it all the time, but just be prepared for a very inclusive type of experience. I don't want anyone ever thinking that they don't have a say in anything that goes on with MPW. Every one of you guys are important to the product, in my opinion. You know, so everything as far as storylines and looks and creative ideas, because I'm putting together a creative team, everything will be discussed with all of the talent on the roster. So I want to be as inclusive as possible. You guys are all so awesome. So yeah. Okay. I'm kissing your ass, guys, like a lot, aren't I? Well, I'm not done. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys are fucking awesome, and you guys are the reason why I keep doing what I do. You know, MPW is the one thing I'm doing that isn't for profit whatsoever, and I'm shelling out money to make this thing look amazing. And why do I do it? Because the reaction I get from you guys, the happiness I see in the chat, you know, the good times that come out of it is what's like, that is what's rewarding to me, and that is what I want to take out of it every day, because I live such a shitty, miserable life. I live with bipolar disorder. I have persistent depressive disorder. I've fought suicide many times. I have such a horrible fucking brain, you know, and being able to come here and do this and just engage with you guys and talk and laugh and have a good time, that makes everything so worth it. I'm going to stop before I start getting all emotional. But thank you guys. Thanks to each and every one of you for sticking around tonight. It was just a shit stream, and you guys stuck around, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys got to learn a little bit about me and some of the stuff that I do. But just know that you're all appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing night, And I will catch you guys later on in the week for an MPW stream. You guys are fucking badass. Good night, guys.